Yeah, that was way too loud. Okay. All right. There we are. We're live. Two-show day because you know what? I like talking. And I have stuff that's in my head I'm trying to get out. Now, company of Jace, Rob, was talking to me about yesterday while we were doing the show that Julius Randle would have 32, well, I want to make this short, 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Now, the Knicks blew out the Sixers on the road, and that was a huge win for them yesterday. And they didn't even need Randle because they got 49 points off the bench. And 49 points off the bench is serious shit. I mean, that's a game, guys. That's, Grimes, everybody lit it up. Everybody came to play. Everybody got it done. And, a win that they needed. They needed that win. They needed, because they haven't lost since they brought in Anunoby, which is a good thing. Knicks are playing good basketball right now. You had Brunson had 21 in the first half, and you had Grimes off the bench. You had Grimes at one point scored 12 straight points. I've Hardenstein. Hardenstein in the game had 17. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, had a block on Embiid. That's the picture I have up for the show today. I mean, that means you're getting it done. And the bench, McBride, 15, Hart had 10, Grimes had 19. Hart was a plus 46. You had now he had 30 and 10, but a minus 25 for Embiid. The Knicks improved to 2015. The Sixers fell to 23 and 11, and they got a big win yesterday. I saw the Pacers scored 150 yesterday. Pacers have now Rob's not concerned about them. Everybody's busy today. Everybody's busy. I thank you again, Eric from Arbitrary Analytics, for coming on earlier today to talk about Nebraska football. That was a blast. Michigan's not home, so I said, let's try to do a double show day. Clemson's up 18-17, and Dabo Swinney has a shiner under his eye, like a big-ass shiner. Did he get into a fight? That's what I want to find out right now. What did happen to Dabo Swinney? Because Dabo Swinney with a black eye, something happened there. Did he get into a fight? No, I have a feeling it was, it could have been celebrating the bowl win, but that looks kind of fresh. Dabo Swinney, black eye, and I am not a fan of anything. I used to like them. I am not a fan of Dabo Swinney at all. Yes. Anybody notice? Yes, I did notice his black eye. Yeah. Until somebody gets their eye knocked out. I don't know. I'm looking black eye 2024. I'm looking right now. And there is nothing. I mean, he was at the game with a shiner. Yeah. Yeah, baseball commits. I don't know. There's nothing here. I was trying to find out what it was, and it just seems kind of interesting. He's got that big shiner on his eye. It's a shiner, but I can't find out. I don't have anything right there, but it was kind of interesting. So the next one, Hardenstein, Brunson had 29, Dante had 14. Now, hey, listen, 8.7 rebounds, 5 assists for Randle, and they get the win like that. 49 off the bench. We'll take it. As I said, that's a good game. Maxey had 27, but Embiid had 6 turnovers. They got the win. How about the Nets? The Nets blew out. Well, they were up 28 at the half. They ended up winning by, what was the final score of that game? The Nets. I think they only won by 10, but who cares? I mean, they were up at the half, and they held on, and yeah, they won yesterday, 124-115. Second half, but 75 points in the first half is nothing to shake a tail feather at. They are now 16-20. OKC fell to 23-11. Jalen Williams had 20. Holmgren had 17. SGA always puts up points. 34-9-6. 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Cam Johnson, 9 points. Claxton had 23, 13 rebounds, double-double. Bridges, 17. Dinwiddie, 23. Dennis Smith, 13 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists off the bench. Cam Thomas, 19. He's been in a shooting slump. I mean, they got the win. Listen, I mean, that was crazy. Now, some of the things I wanted to talk about yesterday. Michigan had sent me something yesterday. Where? Yesterday, which I forgot to talk about because Rob and I got so caught up with everything that we were just like, talking and just, hey, Keen Baseball. I'm trying to get them on a show. Keen Baseball, love to have you on a future show. Let's talk about the upcoming season. I'd love to have you on and talk about it. So let's see if we can make that happen in the near future. Yes, and McLaughlin, the center who had all the problems with the snaps for Bama, is now going to play. What's up, Rob? Is going to play for the Dump, Ohio State. He is transferring. So congrats to him. I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, Justin Tuck. And we rewatched last night the Junior Worlds last night, and the captain is a Michigan player. Milton was on. Milton's daughter's in a sorority, and he is. Let me find the USA Worlds captain. USA Junior Worlds. What's his name? And he's going to play for Winnipeg, because I was talking last night to Angus, whose Jets Nation is blowing up. If you should follow it on TikTok. That's where he really is doing a lot of his stuff, on TikTok and on YouTube, but more on TikTok. That he's going to play for Winnipeg once he's done. So last night they had 40 players in this final. USA beat Sweden 6-2. 40 players on the ice were NHL prospects. 40. Yeah, I'm trying to find out the kid. Rucker McGrody. Rucker McGrody plays at Michigan. So Milton's daughter's friend is dating him, and so Rucker McGrody was at the sorority. Milton was dropping off his daughter, and he talked to Rucker for a little bit. He had a little talk, had a little fun. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So he's the captain. He had an empty net goal last night, and they got the win. And I was talking to Angus about him because he's going to go play for Winnipeg. He's going to play for Winnipeg, so that's going to be exciting. Yes, very good. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's really cool stuff. So the World Juniors. And tomorrow which is ridiculous. It should be on today. Montana versus South Dakota. They could have put the game on this afternoon. They're putting it at 2:00 during the football games, and I think it's going to get lost. Montana versus the defending champs, South Dakota Jackrabbits, who've won 28 games in a row. That's bullshit. That shouldn't be on. And Michigan said she would go to a PWHL hockey game with me. They're playing in Bridgeport, 62 miles away. I said, let's go. Let's make it happen. And this is something she sent me to from Front Office Sports. 2017, Florida linebacker Jeremiah Moon met Jacob Long and gave him a pair of cleats. 6 years later, 2023, Moon plays for the Ravens, and Long is a U.S. Marine who was part of this past weekend's flyover crew in Baltimore. How cool is that? 2017 gives kid a pair of cleats, and 6 years later, the kid is part of the flyover crew at a Ravens football game. They reconnected in Baltimore. I thought that was awesome. I think we talked about that yesterday. How about this? Jim Tomei. This is baseball history. Thank you for this one. Athletes should be more like Jim Tomei. I sign every autograph I can for kids because I remember myself at that age. I think it's ridiculous that some guys won't sign for a kid. Exactly. You know how many kids that affects? Like it makes their day. It makes their life. They remember that stuff. And to be an arrogant prick about it, dude, be a man. Be a man. Be good. And best passer rating this season, 10 games played, Brock Purdy, Dak, Tua, Lamar, C.J. Stroud, Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, and Jordan Love. I don't see any Giants. I don't see the passing Paisano. I don't see Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, or Trevor Siemian on that list, or Tyrod Taylor. I don't see any local quarterbacks on that list, which means they got to do some changes. Changes are coming. And you know what? It gets so lively with Company of Jace that we have better. Sometimes we go crazy on the Twitter going back and forth. And I said, Rob, you have to bring that every goddamn show from now on. Every show you have to bring that. I don't want to talk about Julius Randle ad nauseum. I don't want to talk about what if, what could be, what. I want to get you all worked up because the local teams, if they're not competing for championships, then it doesn't matter. To me, you got to compete for championships. And I at least give us the possibility. And right now you could say the Knicks, the Nets, the Jets, the Giants, the Yankees, and the Mets are not those teams right now. And that's what we play for championships here. UNC, I'm not playing to make the tournament. I don't care if they're number 8. I want them to play for a championship. Right now they're 8. It's a lot of parity in basketball. We'll see what happens, but they got to beat Clemson on the road, and we'll see what happens. That's the thing with the Knicks. Anunoby has shown that brought a different quality to the team, and they're winning games, and they won down in Philly. And let's give them 20 games. Let's get them gelling a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Anything's possible, right? Anything is possible. Yes, anything. Yeah, I talked a little Nebraska with Eric, Arbitrary Analytics. Now, I saw this Herb Sendek. I didn't even remember he was even coaching anymore. I remember Herb Sendek was at NC State. I forgot he was at Arizona State. 30 years of coaching, 543, 395. So, okay, he's 148 games over 500. But he was at Miami of Ohio, he was 63 and 26. He won a MAC Coach of the Year there. Went to NC State. He was 191 and 132. He was at Arizona State, 159, 137. And currently he's at Santa Clara, 130 wins, 100 losses. He's won one conference championship regular season. NCAA tournament, eight years in the tournament. He's 7-8 all time. Some guys can get jobs. Some guys can get the opportunity to, oh, you want to come on, huh? Now all of a sudden, soccer's over? Is soccer over, buddy? Are you can talk now? Are we going to talk, you're going to talk ad nauseum? Because there's stuff I want to talk about. So I'm not going to let you bully me. Are you going to talk? Okay, let's bring him on. Because obviously he has stuff he wants to get off his chest. All right. Let's